So for you to keep looking left and right, what other people are doing is not your business. Even if other people are focused on you, that's their own wahala, that's their own business, because you need to be focused on yourself and your own journey, because that's how you get better and improve. If you are so focused on another person's journey and path and stalking another person and being obsessed over that person, honestly, I don't really know how that's going to improve your life. I don't know how obsessing over other people is going to really improve your life, unless you are trying to figure out how you can actually be better and push yourself forward. That's the only way you're going to improve your life. That's the only way you're going to find out ways for you to actually develop and have growth and progress. So instead of being focused on other people, why don't you just zero in and focus on yourself and your journey and how you can be the very best version of who you want to be. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isioma Anonye, and my channel is all about all things personal development, women empowerment, life and culture in Nigeria. So for today, I'm going to be talking about what to do when you feel sort of behind in life. What do you do when you feel as though you're not like living according to the pace that you feel that all of your other peers are? Sorry, I'm like trying to do like a racing thing because I like to run. But yeah, what to do when you feel behind in life, and just give some tips, because I think this is a natural emotion. Sometimes in life we can compare ourselves to other people and we can feel as though we haven't really gotten to the stage that we are supposed to. I know particularly me, I definitely feel like a late bloomer. This is the first time in my life that I'm living on my own. And I know that maybe typically not in Africa, but in other places, like maybe in America or the UK, most people tend to like venture out on their own and be independent. Women at an early age, some of them right after college, university, maybe 24, 25. So I definitely feel like a late bloomer. I'm starting to sort of like learn how to live on my own. And also definitely in other areas of my life, I am a single woman. I'm not married. I don't have kids. And typically in Africa, most people who are definitely my age are probably already married or probably have kids by now. So I'm definitely a late bloomer in certain aspects of my life. And even just certain other things that I'm pursuing, I can definitely feel like a late bloomer. And if you're like me and you understand, if you're somebody that is in your late 20s and your life doesn't exactly reflect how you think it should be for somebody that is, about to like, for somebody that is your age compared to your peers, then I understand you. And this video is for you and me to learn how to deal when you feel as though you are sort of behind in life. Number one is to really give yourself a break, because being hard on yourself doesn't really do much. It just gets you frustrated, it gets you angry, it gets you upset, it gets you unhappy. But like, it's normal sometimes to look at your life and feel as though, oh, okay, I didn't get to where I want to be, this and that, and complain. And let me just say that your feelings and emotions are valid. If you are feeling upset, if you are feeling sad, if you are feeling frustrated about the stage you're in life, it's okay. These are valid emotions and you have a right to feel the way you want to feel. But also, I just feel as though you should also give yourself a break, because nobody's life is easy, nobody's life is perfect. And just spiritually, I feel as though we each have our own journey and we each have our own unique story. So for you to look at somebody and say, oh, they have that and I don't have that, is like you're comparing a completely different life. Like, the life that God has designed and destined for you to live is completely different for the life that God has designed and destined for somebody else to live. So if you're comparing your story to somebody else, like, it doesn't make any sense, because it's completely different stories, which is why I feel as though we have to just sort of give ourselves a break and move according to the pace that we are in. If yours is a slow pace, hey, embrace your slow pace. Take one foot in front of the other. Every little step you take matters, but just give yourself a break and don't be too hard on yourself. Because everybody is a work in progress. Everybody is just trying to do the best that they can. And even people who you admire, even people who you feel as though they have all the things that you want, they too have their own challenges. They too have their own difficulties. Do you know why? Because this is life. And in this life, nobody gets out like completely undisturbed. Nobody gets out having everything that they want. Like every person in every little way, they have their own pain points, they have their own challenges, they have their own difficulties. They might not voice it out to you, but that does not mean that it isn't real. That does not mean that they are not going through their own challenges. So yes, you might feel upset, you might feel frustrated, but just take a deep breath, give yourself a break, acknowledge your efforts, even if your efforts weren't big, even if your efforts weren't huge. Just acknowledge your efforts, acknowledge yourself for showing up, for still trying to do the best that you can in your life, you know. Just give yourself a break. That is my one tip for if you are feeling behind in life. Number two, another thing for you to do if you are feeling behind in life and you don't really know how to move forward is to have a plan. Yes, you can't just sit around and be moping around and be angry and be upset like this person has that person has that, I don't have anything. Have a plan for how to get yourself moving forward. If it is finances, if you feel as though you're not where you want to be financially, you don't have enough money to sort of like have the lifestyle you want, then you can't just sit around and hope that money just falls right down from heaven and into your pockets. I wish. If we could all pray that prayer and God would just grant us that wish, we'd all be like loaded, right? But yeah, you can't just sit around and be angry and hope that money falls into your pockets. If you are not financially strong, financially agile, you have to plan in order to get how you want to be. You know, you have to sort of think about how you can just expand and diversify your income. If you are, how to get the right job that will help you to be financially secure and stable, because I think this day and age you can't really depend on one job. You have to have multiple sources of income, multiple streams of income. So just consider what can you do in order to be able to generate more income and more money into your life. And yeah, even if it means that you might have to get more education, you have to consider, is it more education, is it trying to develop and acquire more skills that will enable you to earn more? You have to really plan more. If it is with your relationship and things like that, how can you really put yourself out there to be the right person? You know, you can't just be moping around and frustrated. You have to figure out what are your priorities for your stage in life, and whatever your priorities are, you have to plan towards it. Plan towards how can you get more money, plan towards how can you improve and develop your skills and get more education. Just plan to how you can have the things that you want, because if you are feeling behind and just frustrated, that's not going to get you further. One of the things you need to do is realize, what is my plan to take myself to the next level? And now my third tip, if you are feeling behind in life, is to really put things in perspective. And I think that sometimes in life, or when we are going through our own difficulties and challenges, it's easy to only see our own problems. It's easy to only see our own pain. And like I say, everybody's problems, everybody's challenges are valid, because you feel how you feel and you have a right to feel how you feel. But also, when you put things into perspective, you see things in you see the big picture. You see your life as not just only your life. You compare how things are, how other people's challenges and difficulties are. And like I said, your own pain is valid, but sometimes, like for me, when I put things into perspective and I'm complaining and I'm like, oh, I don't have this and that, I'm like, okay, I'm able to wake up today. I have, like, my eyes are functioning, even though I'm wearing glasses. My legs and my hands are functioning. There are some people who wake up and they can't see. There are some people who wake up and they are disabled. Their hands are not working, their legs are not working. There are some people who wake up and they don't have a roof over their head. There are some people who wake up and they have no family, they have no sort of support system, they are just completely on their own. And I'm able to wake up, I have a roof over my head, I have food to eat, I have my parents, I have my siblings as my support system and people who can encourage me and motivate me. You know, when I put things into perspective, I realize that, okay, there are so many things that I'm grateful for. There are so many things that God has blessed me for. And these are the little things that we can take for granted, because just the fact that I'm not disabled, that's something for me to be grateful for, because there are some people who rely on crutches, there are some people who rely on a wheelchair, there are some people who aren't able to see, there are some people who aren't able to hear. There are some people who can't function on their own, and I can, and that's like helping me to put things in perspective and be grateful to God. The fact that I'm not homeless is enables me to put things in perspective and be grateful to God. The fact that I have a job, I have a place of employment, I have a place that gives me salary, that enables me to put things to perspective and realize that, okay, I have things that I'm grateful to God for. My parents are alive and well. My siblings are alive and well. Nobody is suffering from any health challenges. They are well. Thank God, no form of any security issues when it comes to my immediate family, and that's something for me to be grateful for. So I think sometimes when we try to compare our lives to others and we feel as though we are not ahead, we forget about the little blessings along the way. We forget about the little things that God is doing to protect us and keep us safe. And I think that sometimes when you put things in perspective and you see the little blessings in your life that you take for granted, it helps you to be more grounded. It helps you to be more focused. It helps you to realize that, okay, I'm grateful and I'm thankful to God for the things that He's doing in my life. So I think you really need to consider, what are those little things that God is doing for you? What are those little blessings that you often overlook? What are those things that you can be grateful for? And sometimes it's difficult to really be able to see it when you feel as though things in your life are not going well. That's why you really need to take a few minutes, take a few moments and think about, okay, what are the things in my life that are going well? What are the little things that I can be grateful for? And sometimes when you can consider the little things that are going well, the little things that you can be grateful for, just the fact that you woke up in this morning, just the fact that you are able to walk on your own, just the fact that you are able to function on your own, that's something for you to be grateful for. So I think sometimes when you can appreciate the little things in your life, it helps you to be more grounded, it helps you to put things in perspective, and it also helps you to sort of move forward and see some of the things that you want to do in your life. And now my last tip on what to do when you feel as though you are feeling behind in life is to really compare your past to your present, because as human beings, and especially as women, we love to compare ourselves to other people. We love to look at what other people have, and sometimes I think that with women, it's a natural human emotion. Feelings of envy and jealousy can quickly come up, and it just leads to all these negative and nasty traits. But I feel as though one of the ways to not really get stuck in that cycle of feeling as though you're behind in life is not really to compare yourself to another person, but to compare your past self to your present self. That's where you're only in competition with yourself. Compare who you are in the past to who you are in the present, because sometimes when we are focused on other people, we miss our own growth, we miss our own progress, we miss our own development. So when you can sit back and think about, okay, this is what I've been able to do over these few years. I remember who I was in my early 20s, and look at me now. Maybe the change isn't drastic, but I can say that, okay, I've grown, I've matured, I've come out of my shell a little bit more. I'm a little bit more confident. I've been able to get some more work experience. I'm a little bit more knowledgeable in this department. I'm a little bit more sensible when it comes to my relationships and the decisions I make with who I want to interact with. These are the little things that you can do, just compare your past self to your present self. What are you doing now? What have you done better now? What are some of the things that you didn't know back then that you know right now that you are applying to your life? Compare your past self to your present self. Acknowledge the little efforts you've made along your journey. Acknowledge the way that you've grown and matured, and still acknowledge the way that you can do better. What are some of those things that you can work on to continue to develop and improve yourself? That's when you are continually on the process of personal growth and personal development. It's not really about other people, because in this life, God created you. He puts you into this world. He didn't put you into this world with another person. Or else maybe you're a twin. But He puts you here on your own. He created you and you came into this life on your own. So for you to keep looking left and right, what other people are doing is not your business. Even if other people are focused on you, that's their own wahala, that's their own business, because you need to be focused on yourself and your own journey, because that's how you get better and improve. If you are so focused on another person's journey and path and stalking another person and being obsessed over that person, honestly, I don't really know how that's going to improve your life. I don't know how obsessing over other people is going to really improve your life. unless you are trying to figure out how you can actually be better and push yourself forward. That's the only way you're going to improve your life. That's the only way you're going to find out ways for you to actually develop and have growth and progress. So instead of being focused on other people, why don't you just zero in and focus on yourself and your journey and how you can be the very best version of who you want to be. So those are just my few tips on how to deal when you feel behind and stuck in life. Like, trust me, I've been there, and sometimes I still wander back over there, but I have to sort of push myself forward, because like I said, we are all human. It's a normal human emotion to sometimes feel behind and wanting more out of life. So the first thing you've got to do is just give yourself a break and recognize the little wins that you have in your life, and just recognize the little blessings that you have. Have a plan for what you want to get in life. Don't just sit around and be upset and be frustrated. Have a plan to see how you can take yourself forward, to see how you can take yourself to the right environment, to see how you can take yourself to where you want to be. Put things in perspective, consider the fact that life is big and nobody's life is perfect, and there are little things along the way that you have to really be grateful for. And lastly, just compare your past to your present and appreciate yourself for how far you've come, and see what else you can do in order to develop, work on, and improve yourself. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm grateful to you for watching this, and if you have some tips on what do you do, how do you deal when you feel as though you're behind in life, what do you do when you feel as though you're not up to par with your other peers, how do you deal and motivate yourself, definitely share your thoughts with me in the comment section. And yeah, I've made some little changes to my YouTube channel. I've decided that I'm going to be uploading videos only every Monday, because to be honest, I couldn't keep up to posting 2 videos a week. I thought I could, but I had to be honest with myself, and it's a little bit much for me for now. It's a little bit much for me. So my posting schedule is only going to be once a week and every Monday. And of course, you can follow me on other social media channels like Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter, just to have more diversity of content if you want more from me. But yeah, I'm going to be posting videos just once a week on YouTube, and I'll be trying to post shorts based on 2 videos a week, and that's just the shorts will probably be videos that I've already uploaded, just like mini videos. Anyway, thank you so much. Do give me a like, do give me a share, do comment, and I will see you on my next video next week. Take care. Bye.